Hey guys, in case you're new to my channel, I am Astha, freelance content writer and a marketer. Recently, I have hired writers for my team so that together we can put out some excellent pieces of content for our clients and grow together. So guys, during this hiring process, I personally learned a lot. Okay, I received about 200 applications, and out of them I selected about 7 to 10 people to work with me, but only 30 to 40 people out of about 200 got responses from my side. So why only 30 to 40 people got my attention and responses? In this video, I would be sharing 5 terribly common mistakes that I personally observed in the applications of people who applied to work with me. So let us get started. The first, not reading complete instructions or not responding completely. So how? When I asked in my post that I require 2 to 3 samples from your side along with your charges for 1000 words of pieces of content, I still didn't receive charges from a lot of applicants. I understand that some people might not be comfortable sharing their charges over an email, or maybe they customize it and cannot state a fixed number without knowing the complete details. But at least this thing could have been mentioned in the email. You couldn't simply ignore this fact that somebody has asked you to show your charges, or else that makes me my team feels that this person has not even read the complete requirements, right? Even if you are uncomfortable sharing, just say that I would be happy to hop on a call to discuss more about the project before I give maybe a number, a pricing to it, right? Or maybe say my minimum charges or my average charges for this kind of project is about whatever INR, right? The second mistake was with regard to sending irrelevant samples. So I asked for 2 to 3 samples that were unedited or unpublished to get an idea of their actual writing style and not the edited one. So I asked for unpublished samples and still got a lot of links in my applications. In those applications, people were sending me hundreds of links, not 2 to 3 links. They were sending me their entire portfolios, they were sending me their published links and not really unpublished links. So you need to be careful about what exactly you're being asked to submit, because this just shows how attentive you are, how cooperative you are, how understandable, manageable you are, right? Because this is what reflects your work as well. So the third common mistake that I observed in most people's application was ridiculous English grammar. So guys, I mean, just think, you would be hired to write content and you are, the way you're putting yourself out, the way you are writing things is the representation of what you'd be doing in a task as a part of this project. So how can you make so many grammatical mistakes while submitting your application itself? You're just writing 3 to 4 lines, and in that too you're not putting in commas, you're randomly capitalizing something, you're just not caring about full stops or punctuations or like proper grammar. So that is a must. That's the least somebody expects from you when they're hiring you for the job of content writing. The fourth mistake that I observed was not writing at all. So there are some people who are making grammatical mistakes, but there are people who want to avoid them completely, so they do not send you anything. They only attach their samples. If they want, they also mention their rates and they just send it that way. This is not going to help, guys. This would not help you get any lead, any gig, any high paying clients at least, because you need to personalize the email. You need to mention why you should be hired for it. You need to, even when you're not asked for it, even if not that, at least mention how you're associated with that person, or say something like, hey Asta, I came across your requirement for a content writer on an Instagram story, or whatever, or wherever you found requirement. You just need to say something. You cannot keep the entire text plain or no text at all and simply attach your samples and then send it expecting the person to write a draft for you. You just cannot do that, right? So the last mistake that I wanted to talk about was not following up properly. So of course I replied to about 30 to 40 people, and out of which only 7 to 10 people were selected overall. So for instance, I said to them, hey, thank you for applying, however this does not meet my requirements at this time. Maybe you can reapply in the future with fresh samples, or maybe I'll reach out to you if something changes. So on that note, I only got a few responses back, and some of them included, okay, thanks, okay, no problem. But the thing is, guys, if you're following up well, that can change, or that can bring a difference as well, a significant one, because that just shows how motivated you are, how willing, what kind of willingness do you have to learn things. So if somebody is rejecting you and you do not know of the reason, you're not pretty clear about it, then you should be asking from them. You should ask, hey Astha, thank you for letting me know. However, it would be a pleasure if you could help me understand what went wrong. So just say something like that. At least don't ignore it, or don't simply say thank you, or maybe say something like, hey, in case you have any opportunity for me in the future, or my work meets your requirement in the future, then feel free to reach out to me. Just say something that leaves an impact, a good impact, or something that makes the person remember you for long, or something that helps you improve as a person, as a writer, right? Because unless you know your mistakes, you cannot correct them and achieve something out of it. So guys, this was it about the 5 common mistakes that I personally observed in applicants for my content writing opportunity. And in case you found this helpful, please comment down and let me know, because it would motivate me to create more such videos based on my personal experiences to help you get better at freelancing, at content writing, and making money online. And guys, not to mention, if you found this video helpful and would want me to make more such videos, just subscribe to my channel and now get ready to scale your freelancing business. So guys, this was it. Bye.